Hello everyone, Dimitri from Gracious Interest here. Today I will be talking about the next question I received, mainly being how high can Bitcoin possibly get and why would it be justified at that price. Now it is a question I received through the website called Quora and where I wrote my response, as you can see here on screen. Now I'm making this video to, well, give an answer to the question but also give additional information. Now, the question itself, how high can Bitcoin possibly get and why would it be justified at that point? Now, as you can see here, for people who are steadfast convinced the financial standards will never collapse, this is a fair question. Meaning, well, that I believe that I are missing the point of Bitcoin entirely, the philosophy behind it. Now, why do I say this? Well, it actually implies people are not using Bitcoin as it was intended to be, as digital money, digital currency, as a form of payment, a form of currency. They mainly see it as an asset to invest in, but default back at traditional money, your euros, pounds, yens and dollars. Now, despite that, it is actually a valid question for people who trade Bitcoin. There are naturally a few points that has to be taken into consideration when it concerns price. Now, how high can Bitcoin get? There's no steadfast answer to it. We have people saying that its value will range between $3,000 or go as high as to the moon, 1 million, 2 million. I know most gurus will proclaim something like $150,000 in value, etc. Yeah, as you can see on screen, I have my own thoughts about that one. Now, how high can Bitcoin get? Well, that actually would depend on a few pointers. Now, the first one, with the currency it is bought with. Why? Well, naturally, if I buy my Bitcoin, the price would be different because I work in euros when compared to dollars in the US, naturally. Now, it also depends on the amount in circulation. Now, everyone knows there will be 21 million Bitcoins to be mined. Naturally, what I mean with the amount in circulation is the amount which hasn't been lost and is actually actively being held in wallets and being traded with. Now, and that's why I make the second point, the amount being actively traded. Why? Well, from the total amount of in circulation, a certain percentage is being held in wallets, which is not being moved around. People will say, yeah, well, I hold it to increase the value, but in all actuality, to increase its value, the trading volume must increase. This is also the reason why after the halving there wasn't a sudden peak, and that actually the peak happening at the moment, the bullish attitude, I'm going to say, of the graph is very slow. People are holding on to Bitcoin. People are now buying in more and more Bitcoin, whereas it's actually a bit too late. Nevertheless, so as I said, the amount being actively traded, because this one is actually one of the biggest pointers to increasing value for Bitcoin. Now, second point, adaptation and acceptation of Bitcoin. With that I mean companies and small firms actually enabling payments to be made in Bitcoin. Acceptation naturally means that more and more people start using Bitcoin. It is related to the previous points of the amount being actively traded and the amount in circulation. Its rarity, now as I said, the market capitalization, the market cap, the maximum amount of coins to be mined is 21 million. So it implies the more it gets accepted, the more it will become distributed. This implies that one Bitcoin will become a rarity. Now, further adding to that, there are Bitcoins being lost in time due to, well, broken down wallets, in scams, computer crashes, etc., etc. Now, naturally, its biggest pointer is demand, which relies back to the previous amount actively traded, and naturally the adaptation of Bitcoin. So, concretely, this means, well, taking all these aspects in mind, the prices might range from a few cents towards literal millions of dollars or euros, all depending on the previously mentioned aspects. Now, there are gurus who will proclaim its value increasing to ranges more than 60k, as I said there. Like I said, they are both naive and right. Naive in the sense that I would generally think on short term that it will suddenly explode in a matter of weeks or months, or on a year basis. But they are actually right because it holds the potential to have that value. Now, the price actually is almost impossible to predict due to the aforementioned aspects, which can cancel each other out but also enhance each other. So where it is going, we have no idea. Our best bets are keeping track of the trading charge. That's all. Now, if I want to close this video, and naturally it's the same recommendation from the post I made, let us remember what Bitcoin is about and how it detracts value. Now, Bitcoin is money. It does away with the medieval structure of our current fiat money, whereby value is detracted from an asset. Back in the pre-Nixon days, it was gold. Our money was being backed by gold. Currently, it is being, well, backed by debt. The more debt there is, the more valuable the coin. Tell us. Now, I'm going to continue. So it does away with the medieval structure of fiat money, whereby value is detracted from an asset, gold or debt, and authorized by a central, between marks, despotic authority, the banking system, who validates all trades and dealings. Bitcoin does away with this by implementing a democratic system. Distributed ledger, multiple people and parties actually justifying the trades and deals. Not one central authority who gives a yes or no. It is a democratic vote. A majority making the vote. So this implies its value is detracted from the people itself and those who believe in Bitcoin itself. This was Dimitri from Gracious Interests. I hope to see you guys soon in the next video. If you like this video interesting or informative, please like and subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.